Cheer or fear, Krampus is here. He judges your year. Impish.
This episode is sponsored by ZocDoc. ZocDoc is a free app where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors, choose the right one for your needs, and click to instantly book an appointment. We're talking in-network appointments, over 100,000 healthcare providers, mental health, dental health, eye care, skin care, much more. Plus, ZocDoc appointments happen fast, typically within just 24 to 72 hours of booking, even same-day appointments.
So stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/wildest. Find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/wildest. ZocDoc.com/wildest.
This episode is sponsored by Masterclass. For a gift that's always on time and lasts a lifetime, you can't do better than Masterclass. With Masterclass, your loved ones can learn from the best to become their best. Masterclass is the only streaming platform where you can learn and grow with over 200 plus of the world's best. That's why Wirecutter calls it an invaluable gift.
Masterclass always has great offers during the holidays, sometimes as much as 50% off. Head over to masterclass.com/wildest for the current offer. That's 50% off masterclass.com/wildest, masterclass.com/wildest.
Christmas time is here. Welcome to, I hope it's not your first podcast. I hope it's not your first episode. Welcome to World's Wildest.
Ho, ho, ho.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Welcome to our Christmas episode.
Very Christmassy.
You may notice that our set is very festive, and if you're an audio listener, you may not have noticed that. But
I think they got it through the ho, ho, ho.
Take our word for it.
It's very Christmassy.
If you're a Patreon user, you're our favorite viewers.
Hi.
Congratulations. Hi.
Enjoy the ad-free.
You can check us out on Patreon if you would like. Today, Connor and I are here celebrating our favorite holiday.
This is your favorite holiday?
No.
Oh.
Just trying to find common ground.
It is my favorite holiday.
I know.
Because I listen to Christmas Trap at Alveus all the time. And you're like,
does.
what is this crap?
Yeah, it's true. We're going to be talking about the most Christmassiest
Yeah. It's gonna be a good time.
animals today.
And you might be wondering what's here. This is for later, so stay through the video if you want to see what's under here. Mystery box. It's actually pretty cool.
I don't know what's under it.
I'm pretty nice.
I don't know what's under it. So, should be interesting. So yeah, today we're talking about the most Christmassy. World's Wildest is a podcast where we tell you about some of Earth's most extreme creatures. We talk about the ones that can survive in the hottest climates and the coldest climates and the deepest parts of the ocean and the most colorful, the loudest, the angriest. Today we're talking about the most Christmassy because here we are.
Yeah, Christmas.
I don't know what exactly the approach is there. You may be wondering what the heck does that mean? I don't really know. I mean, like, to me, I have a couple that are plants or animals that I think of when I think of Christmas. And then I just found some stuff that's like that is like Christmas themed, you know, like some Christmas themed animals.
Okay.
So shall we?
Let's do it.
Go to the first one. My first one is mistletoe, which
I
is
love
fun.
mistletoe.
Yeah, okay. I don't know anything about it besides the tradition.
I used to shoot it.
What?
We go out at like Thanksgiving time with shotguns in the top of oak trees and we shoot them down. And then I would tie little bows on them and give them to my teachers in elementary school. And then I realized how inappropriate that was after like doing it for 5 years straight.
Okay. That's crazy. I have never seen it in the wild.
Oh,
at least
it's all around Alveus.
And I didn't know that it... What?
Yeah. We can shoot it down.
What?
I'll bring some to the Christmas party.
Oh my god. That's so cool. Wait, I'm so excited. I want to go find it. Okay. So, mistletoe.
I can get my shotgun.
We don't talk about plants enough on World's Wildest, I'm afraid. So I'm excited to talk about a plant today. There's over 1,000 species of mistletoe found around the world. Okay. It's a parasite.
Yep.
Which Connor knew because he shot it down from trees. They grow on like apple, oak, and other broadleaf trees, but they're parasitic, so they grow on those trees' branches. They suck nutrients and water from those trees, and they take the sunshine because they're really high up because they grow on branches of other trees.
You can really see them in the fall when all the foliage comes off. It's like still kind of green up there.
Crazy. So it's a parasite, or it's a hemiparasite, which is a plant parasite that also photosynthesizes. You want to pull up a picture.
Oh, that's what
this is what mistletoe looks like. It has white berries,
So
also
cute.
bizarre. It's really cute. Yeah, it's a cute little green plant with white berries. I don't know.
I know you're probably gonna tell us, but I have no clue why it turned into the tradition that it is.
Oh boy,
That's
do
so
I
weird.
have
I'm excited.
an explanation for that.
Okay.
And by explanation, I mean like 5 explanations, because who freaking knows? There's
Okay.
a lot of theories.
Okay.
No, theory number 1. Why is mistletoe the tradition that it is today? Well, Baldur is the grandson of the Norse god Thor.
Oh, okay.
Context. One day, Baldur woke up and he was like, oh my god, every living plant and animal is going to kill me today.
Oh,
He woke up, he was paranoid. He was like,
Okay.
today, it's happening. Today's the day. So then his wife and his mother are like, no, you're fine. Like, that's not going to happen. He's like, no, I can feel it. Like, it's going to happen. So they're like, okay, well, we'll help you. Don't worry about it. So they went out and they asked a bunch of animals
okay.
to not kill him that day.
Oh, okay.
And they were like, yeah, we got you. No
Okay.
worries. We won't do that.
Thank God for those animals.
Yeah, so then the wife and mother went back to Baldur and they're like, hey, we asked everybody. They said we're good. Like, they said you're cool.
Mhm.
And he was like, oh, thank goodness. And then when he said that, quote, he said, oh, thank goodness. He was shot
Oh.
by an arrow
Oh.
that was made from mistletoe wood.
Oh. Interesting.
And it killed him.
No.
So now we hang mistletoe on our doors to remind us to never forget it,
Rip Baldur.
because otherwise it'll kill you.
Oh, the mistletoe shot the arrow.
It was an arrow made of mistletoe wood,
Oh, okay.
which doesn't really make sense because it's not really wood. But like, that's not the only thing that doesn't make sense about that story.
Rip Baldur, though.
Yeah, rest in peace. So that's one of the theories. So
Okay.
that has nothing to do with kissing. Oh, it's like
Cool.
you kiss under it to like remember Baldur's wife and mother or something.
Oh.
And so you're like, I'll never forget about that mistletoe so that I don't die. Okay.
Okay.
That's one theory. Another theory of origin of mistletoe is in a Celtic religious ceremony. Some white-clad druids would climb a sacred oak tree, and then they would cut down the mistletoe
That's
that was
way up
growing on the tree.
Wow.
And then they would sacrifice 2 white bulls,
Oh.
and then they would use the mistletoe to make an elixir to help cure infertility and also the effects of poison.
I feel like sacrificing those bulls might have not been needed there, but okay.
Here's a picture. It's not a picture of them sacrificing bulls. It's just a picture of them like scaling an oak tree
Oh.
to cut down mistletoe.
It looks like a Jesus. What is that called? The Jesus in the manger thing? I forget the name of it.
Nativity scene.
Yeah, nativity scene, but in a tree house.
Yeah. And then somehow it evolved. Like women in the 18th century, if you were caught under this is what we know it to be nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
In the 18th century, if you were caught under mistletoe, you had to kiss who you were underneath the mistletoe with, or else you would not get a marriage proposal for a whole year. Gasp.
Oh, I could have kept Kayla at bay.
And then there's also people that say that it's hung for fertility because the seeds are sticky like semen. Smithsonian quote.
I gotta find out. We're gonna shoot it down and we're gonna find out.
Well, they are super sticky. Okay, so this is mistletoe is a hemiparasite, right? They grow on tree branches, so they have access to the most sunlight and can leach from those tree nutrients. Here's a picture of what mistletoe looks like growing on trees.
Whoa.
Guys, think like
That's bushy.
think of like a dead like wintry tree with no leaves on it, and then there's a bunch of like green spheres just like attached all over the branches. You
Pretty.
might think that this tree has leaves. No, it's
No.
mistletoe.
Parasite. Sad.
How does all that mistletoe grow on all those parts of the tree? Right?
They shoot arrows from one branch to another.
No.
Oh.
Okay, so the problem was like most plants, right? If they're getting seed dispersed via like bird or something,
Right.
the bird's going to eat the berries, the bird's going to fly away, and the bird's going to poop everywhere.
Yeah.
And then
on
those
the
plants
ground.
will grow where the bird pooped.
Right.
That's how seed dispersal works. But for mistletoe, like what are the odds that a bird's going to fly and then fly above a tree and poop onto a branch?
Very low.
So that yeah. So what is the evolutionary solution to this problem? Make seeds that are so freaking sticky that they stick to bird butts and bird feet. So they'll eat mistletoe seeds, and then they don't pass well. They're like really sticky. They stick to their butts and they stick to their feet. So then the bird has to go land on a branch to like groom themselves.
Right.
And then it plants seeds on those branches. So mistletoe, the word itself is derived from Anglo-Saxon. Missile is dung and toe is twig. Dung twig.
That's cool. Okay.
Like they pooped here. Now there is this plant.
I think of toe, feet. That's where I go for it. Now that I remember that.
Cool, right?
Yeah.
There's also a species of dwarf mistletoe that spreads its seeds via hydrostatic pressure buildup and then explosive discharge of seed, which is a crazy
sticky seed.
Yeah, explosive discharge of sticky seed.
Okay.
It can travel the seed.
How are you not laughing?
Because I am a 26-year-old woman.
Okay.
It can travel at 55 miles an hour.
Good God.
Which is 90 kilometers per hour, up to 65 feet away, 20 meters away.
I was about to ask what the human equivalent would be, but like that beats it.
Yeah, no shot. So that's another method of seed dispersal. But I do think that the sticky seed one is, I think, more interesting.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So mistletoe. There's your corporate Christmas party fact. Go tell people about mistletoe and that it's a parasite.
65 feet.
Cool.
Right. That's wow.
Cool.
Very nice.
Thank you. This episode is sponsored by ZocDoc. Being an adult has its high points, like you can eat ice cream for dinner anytime you want.
Or stay up till 5 a.m.
Cool, but it's not all fun. You also have to do your taxes, and you have to figure out what's for dinner every freaking night, and you have to make doctor's appointments. But for that one, there is ZocDoc, the healthcare app that makes adulting so much easier. ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors, choose the right one for your needs, and click to instantly book an appointment. We're talking in-network appointments, over 100,000 healthcare providers, mental health, dental health, eye care, skin care, and much more. Plus, ZocDoc appointments happen fast, typically within just 24 to 72 hours of booking. You can even score same-day appointments.
So stop putting off those doctor appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/wildest. Find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/wildest. ZocDoc.com/wildest. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode. Well, I might have misunderstood the assignment. It is very Christmassy, and it is about animals, but it's Krampus. Do you know who Krampus is?
No.
Okay, well, I was going for the most Christmassy animal, and I couldn't think of anything better than Krampus.
Okay.
Imagine you're in the 1600s. You're a mom of 6 young children. Imagine.
I don't want to.
You live in Germany.
Okay.
It's December. It's freaking
Wait, was
cold
this a
out.
horror movie? Krampus.
They took some liberties for the horror movie.
Okay.
It depends on your interpretation and where you want to go with it and the writings that you read, but it's very Christmassy. Just hold on, okay? Very German Christmassy, if you know what that means. So it's December. It's really cold. Food is really scarce. Kids are restless because they're excited for gifts from St. Nicholas. And what do you think parents do so they don't lose their mind and they get well-behaved kids during this time?
Alcohol.
Sure. That's one of it. What else? Very German, though. That is a German thing to do. I think what they should do, or what you should do in this scenario, is traumatize your kids into behaving.
Okay.
Traumatize them. In comes Krampus. Here's a picture of Krampus. And
what the frick is that?
It's the opposite of St. Nicholas. St. Nicholas has been giving small gifts of fruits, candies, nuts, other small items from December 6th to January 6th, Kona, since the early 12th century. And on the other hand, you have Krampus, who would whip any children that were bad. And
audio listeners, it looks like a goat man, sort of, with devil horns and a really long tongue. It's really ugh.
Hey, be nice.
I'm not afraid of Krampus.
So if the kids were really, really bad, he would put them in his bag and eat them. And so sometimes he would have a pitchfork or shackles and would stab the kids, put them in the bag, or shackle them and take them to hell. So
what happened to what happened to this being a nature podcast? What are we talking about? I just talked about seed dispersal.
I'm getting to the
mistletoe.
animal part in a second.
Okay.
I also like I thought we were doing the most Christmassy. This is very Christmas, okay? Christmas animal. Thus, the invention of the naughty and nice list to get
Oh,
better
really?
behaved kids. We have Saint Nicholas in the front giving out. This is a picture of Saint Nicholas giving fruit, nuts, and stuff out to the kids, and then Krampus is working behind Saint Nicholas, grabbing all the bad kids, putting them in the sack to go eat them. So this incentivized kids to be more well behaved when there's very little candlelight. You know, it's cold. There's not much to do. Food is scarce, and the parents just want the kids to behave.
They propaganded the children into enlisting on the nice list.
Yeah. So this this wasn't just a German thing. It was all around the Alpine region, which is like Austria and Switzerland. So the part that's like the animal part of it is Krampus is part goat. Why do goats always have to be evil? It's somewhat true.
No, it's just a.
I don't know.
They're just
Your
associated
goats
with Satan.
that live at Alveus, one of them is very much a Krampus. So it's part human and sometimes part demon. Has one hoof and one regular foot. So it really must suck to buy shoes. So like clip clops around, but only with one foot. So interesting. So it has the horns of a goat, and has long pointy tongue that doesn't seem to fit in his mouth. He has fangs because nothing says Christmas like fangs. He carries around the sticks in one hand and a bag to put the kids in. Yep. Chain shackles and the pitchfork. And what do you think the sticks are for?
Hitting kids.
Yep. If they're bad, they hit them. If they're really bad, it goes in the bag. So, would you like to meet Krampus?
No.
Too bad. Maya, introducing Krampus. Would you please open your eyes? Hi.
Oh my God.
All right. Sorry, I have to act really mean. So, would you like to be judged as impish or admirable?
No. Neither, really.
So, we'll do that in a second. But before I get into that, because you're not so excited, we've got Krampus. Dressing up like Krampus is not just something that I do.
You guys can't see it. Connor is track padding on his laptop with his big toe because he can't use his hands because he has claws. Are you checking your notes?
Yeah, I'm doing really well with it too. All right, so it's a tradition to dress up like Krampus in these Alpine regions.
Oh,
and it gets way more intense than what I'm doing here. Space, the producer, could you please bring up the video?
Krampus!
This is a Krampus parade. Looks like devil, goat, human, demon combo, big elaborate suits. Them parading down through the streets of Austria in this video. And they're trying to scare kids. And they'll steal stuff from people. And they won't hit people, I don't think. But, oh, no, they do. We just watched one get lashed. So, yeah, they'll hit people. So, very much making sure the kids know that they need to behave this winter or they will get whipped or put in a bag and killed. So, a very good way to keep kids in line. Wouldn't you agree?
It's not something that I would choose for my child.
Oh, okay. Well, so we're gonna judge you if you're impish or admirable. So, cheer or fear, Krampus is here. He judges your year impish.
Cool.
I didn't have a real stick, so this is a piece of an arrow. It hurt much. Actually, I judge you and Space as your year as admirable.
Yay! Oh, we're revealing. Oh, wow. We're revealing what's underneath the.
Here's your
the towel.
Admirable gifts.
Whoa! This is not sponsored. Oh, shoot. Sorry. Oh, shoot.
Here's a book for you.
Whoa! An insect a day.
And then you get 1 Dr. Pepper pack, and producer gets 2 Dr. Pepper packs. So you both get 2 gifts.
Wait, what is this? Is cool.
You're supposed to read an insect a day about insect once a day for 365 days.
That's so freaking cool.
Mm-hmm. And then I wrote a note, but my handwriting's awful, so you're not going to be able to read the one.
I read it. It's legible.
Wow, yay.
That's nice.
So.
Wow, thank you.
Admirable co-host. Thank you. I'm going to take this off now.
That's so nice.
Now I don't look weird.
Christmas.
I just look Christmassy.
I didn't get Connor or anything, so
I didn't tell you guys I was
like a
doing this. So.
We don't have a Christmas exchange to do.
It was part of the bit. Thank you for letting me do the bit.
Cute.
Very Christmassy animal. I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and hope Krampus does not visit you guys. And if he does, maybe you want him to visit you, because like maybe you're into the chains and lashings. Who knows?
Whoa. Well, okay. This episode is sponsored by Masterclass. Don't just give your loved ones something they want, give them something they want to be. With Masterclass, they can finally become a better cook, a better writer, a better entrepreneur, or artist, just like they've always wanted. That's the gift of Masterclass. With Masterclass, your loved ones can learn from the best to become their best. Masterclass is the only streaming platform where you can learn and grow with over 200 plus of the world's best. That's why Wirecutter calls it an invaluable gift. You can gift unlimited learning, learn from any Masterclass instructor anywhere on a smartphone, computer, a smart TV, or even in audio mode.
Masterclass always has great offers during the holidays, sometimes as much as up to 50% off. Head over to masterclass.com/wildest for the current offer. That's 50% off masterclass.com/wildest, masterclass.com/wildest, WILDEST. Thank you so much, Masterclass, for sponsoring this episode. Goodbye. What do you have for us next?
Change of pace. I have the Christmas beetle.
Should we move this out of the way? I got to carry it all the way down the treehouse ladder.
Oh no. What? Oh my god, they're huge. I didn't realize. That's so nice. Thank you.
Okay. I'm ready to continue.
Okay.
What do you have for us?
Christmas beetle. Okay. This
Beetle.
is beetle.
Is that the name of it?
Yeah, Christmas beetle.
Wow.
It's an Australian beetle. It's known for crashing into windows and like swarming in the summer months when Christmas time. So people are like, when they start seeing the Christmas beetle swarms, they're like, "Oh, Christmas is coming."
Oh, okay.
Because in summertime. There are 36 species, but most of them are unique to Australia, and they are very freaking festive. Look at it.
Wow.
Isn't it beautiful?
It is. It looks almost fake. It looks like a beetle that you'd expect, but the back of it's like holochrome. Is that the right word for it?
Yeah.
Like holographic chrome?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They come in other colors too. They're just so festive. They look like those metallic
festive,
metal Christmas ornaments. And they're like red and green mostly too. But there's also golden ones. Like, what the heck?
That's really cool.
Look at this.
Whoa.
Isn't that
That's
crazy?
solid gold.
It looks like a gold bar as a beetle.
That's so cool.
So cool. They're so cool looking. The shininess of the beetles doesn't come from pigment molecules. It comes from like ridges and transparent layers on the bug that just reflect and refract light.
That's cool.
Which it's called structural coloration. If you're wondering why some beetles are metallic, that's why. It's because of a bunch of ridges in those beetles that direct light. It could be for mating because they look cool,
right.
Crazy cool, but it also could be for camouflaging as raindrops.
Oh.
That's so
fun.
Cute? So cute. Also, ridges and layers probably take less energy to grow than metabolically expensive like pigment molecules.
No, that makes sense, right?
Because they molt. Because bugs molt. By the way, bugs molt. I don't know if you guys do that. The way that snakes shed their skin, bugs will molt their exoskeleton. So that makes sense for them. They don't bite. They don't sting. The adults feed on eucalyptus, and the larvae eat native grass roots, which helps aerate soils.
So koalas get to see them a lot.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. But actually, people don't see them that much anymore.
Oh, no.
They used to be so common. In 1932, Queenslanders could be paid £1 to catch 200 of them because they would like swarm, you know? But now they're disappearing. Like people that don't even care about bugs are like, where are the Christmas beetles?
Huh.
Which is so sad. So there's starting a Christmas beetle, or they've started a Christmas beetle count project. So if you're Australian, you should look into that, because then if you find a Christmas beetle, you can take a picture and upload it, and that's how they're going to get all the information that they need to save Christmas beetles.
That's cool.
To save Christmas!
Save them.
Yeah. This one was really short.
No, I loved it. That's really cool. I have an animal joining us for this next animal. Let me call the animal. Shake the treats. Oh, come on, Bones. Come on.
Audio listeners, we're calling the cats. Bones!
I really want Claire, because she's the one that's more well behaved. There you are, Claire. Claire. Come here. Okay, sit. All right, Claire, we're going to be talking about the Yule Cat, which you look very much like a Yule Cat. If the producer could bring up the picture, it's a huge, vicious, man-eating cat.
Oh my god, that is Claire. Wait, can we get Claire ASMR? Can you try?
Sure.
For audio listeners.
Come on, right here. Can you hear it, producer?
Yay!
Cool. Claire's very well behaved. Claire, back over here. So it's a huge, ferocious man-eating cat from Iceland. It's a Christmas folklore, and it lurks in the snowy countryside and eats people who do not receive new clothes before Christmas Eve, which it's kind of crazy, and targets poor people.
What?
In a way. That's what you would think, right?
Oh, I thought that's what you were saying it
phrasing.
does. Okay.
But like, I mean, if you have tattered clothes and you don't get new gifts,
yeah,
I mean, it's kind of crazy. Well, it was actually back in the 1800s, 1700s, a way to get people to work harder. Here's the main theory from my research is the Yule Cat was traditionally used as a threat and incentive for farm workers to finish processing the wool that was collected in the autumn before Christmas. Those who took part in this work were rewarded with new clothes, but those who did not would get nothing, and thus they would be prey for the Yule Cat.
So did people, so for Krampus is like Santa Claus, spoiler, where like parents don't believe in it and know that it's not real, but
Right.
kids do. The Yule Cat, do you think there were people that actually thought that?
Yeah, 100%. So the Yule Cat it wasn't alone. It was a part of a family. And the family loved the Yule Cat. The family was the Yule Lads. And we have a picture of the Yule Lads. It ranges from like 8 to like 14 of them, depending on what you read. But they have some crazy names. You can't really see it here, Maya, but some of their names are Bowl Licker, Stubby, Spoon Licker, Skier Gobbler, Meat Hook, and Candle Stealer.
Those sound like... Never mind.
Yeah, they're crazy.
They sound like stage names.
Yeah.
For films.
So the Yule Lads would go around villages terrorizing Icelandic people, like licking bowls and licking their spoons and eating all their meat and all their yogurt, stealing their candles. And then the Yule Cat would just eat people with bad clothes and old clothes. So this was until 1746 when the Icelandic government banned the Yule Lads since they instilled too much fear in children. And the Yule Cat might have not, there was no records of the Yule Cat existing at that time, but it comes from verbal folklore, was finally written later in the 1800s. So the Yule Cat might have been in there, but after the Yule Lads swapped to, instead of terrorizing people, to gift bringing lads, the Yule Cat stayed because they still needed to incentivize people to make and process wool. So, yeah, so as the Yule Lads, they just hung out and brought Christmas cheer, and the Yule Cat saved lives, actually, because it ended up giving people an incentive to work and to finish the wool production before the coldest part of the winter would hit, and they would get injured or die from exposure. So thank you, Yule Cat.
Interesting. Okay. And we have 2 Yule Cats in the studio today. Claire and Bones.
It's been very hard to focus.
So cute.
They're being so nice.
I have a few more honorable mentions. Is that the end of your Yule Cat?
Yes, it was.
I have a few more honorable mentions that we'll have to pull up pictures for in the edit. The There is something called a Christmas tree worm,
Okay.
and it is a worm that looks okay. They say it looks like a Christmas tree. It looks like this. I don't know that it really looks like a Christmas. It kind of sort of does.
Yeah. Kinda.
They feed on microscopic plants. And they're found in coral reefs.
Oh.
Kind of cute. And they're like 1.5 inches or 3.8 centimeters in length. I mean, they're cool. It's another cool ocean creature that you're like, what the heck is that?
They just look like Christmas trees.
They're kind of cute. They look like little fake Christmas trees that you would put in a Christmas village.
Right.
Another honorable mention, the candy cane shrimp, aka Randall's pistol shrimp. It's called the candy cane shrimp because it has red and white transparent striped body. I do think personally that his favorite holiday is Christmas.
Yeah.
Cute, right?
Very cute.
It looks like a candy cane as a shrimp. Candy cane shrimp. They have a symbiotic relationship with a fish called the Randall's prawn goby. So they both live in these sandy burrows on the seafloor. And then the shrimp digs and maintains the burrow and is responsible for covering the burrow's opening at night. So he like protects the burrow at night.
Okay.
And then the goby, which has good eyesight, protects them during the day because the shrimp has poor eyesight.
Interesting. That's cool.
Cute. So they're friends. And then also shout out reindeer.
Yo, I love reindeer.
Connor knows a lot more about reindeer than I do, I think. I've only worked with them one time.
Oh.
And by worked with them, I mean like I walked one on a halter for a Christmas event at a zoo once.
That was one of my experiences. I used to go on runs with a reindeer on a halter and off a halter sometimes too.
Were they nice to you? Because the one that I knew was like not very nice.
I was like the only one that like could at the time could work with Chuckles. His name was Chuckles at the Alaska Wildlife Conservation Center. And I did a parade with him. And I'd been doing programs with him prior. I was very stern with him, but in like a nice way. And like we got along because of that. And then we started going on runs.
Like you would run with him, like you're running like with a dog?
Yeah, sometimes it would lead me. Like we'd run around when the facility was closed. We would go for runs. Very nice. And we go with the herd, everything. Everybody was so nice.
Were you wearing this?
Yeah, sure. And they're very interesting creatures. So if anybody doesn't know, reindeer and caribou are the same thing. The only difference is reindeer is domesticated version of caribou. So you could there's like reindeer farms up in Alaska and they didn't have fences around them. And oftentimes the caribou herds would come through to the reindeer herds, and then the reindeer would then join the caribou and become caribou and no longer part of the farm, and they would just disappear.
I see.
So it started to become a big issue in Alaska where there's like nothing hunting caribou, and they would come in hundreds of thousands and stampede and just destroy all the vegetation, where they just had to come there with choppers and start shooting them to get them to not be as devastating to the climate there. So very interesting, very sad for reindeer, but reindeer are pretty nice. They're not crazy mean. So don't try to pet one though.
The one individual that I met was not very nice. Why are reindeer a part of Christmas? Reindeer first pulled St. Nicholas's sleigh in a poem in a newspaper just before Christmas in 1823.
Okay.
So that's where it started. They were just like, hey, yeah, this one. Like, he's going to pull the sleigh.
Nice.
I don't really know why. I mean, it's sick. It's a very iconic symbol.
Right.
It's like a cool idea. And then in a poem titled "'Twas the Night Before Christmas,"
yep,
if you're familiar, it gave names to the 8 original reindeer, and then Rudolph joined in 1949 when Gene Autry first introduced him in a song. So that's how Rudolph was introduced, and that's how reindeer were introduced. Honestly, not nearly as cool of a story as mistletoe.
Right.
They kind of just like someone just made it up,
right.
And people are like, "Yeah, this works." They are deer, or they're members of the deer family.
Ungulates.
Ungulates.
I love that word.
It's a good word. And they're the only members of the deer family whose females grow antlers.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. Connor, you want to tell them the difference between antlers and horns?
Horns are always there and, growing just a little bit. Antlers are temporary. They come in and they grow, and they have like this velvety cover on them. It's very soft, but it's really, you don't want to touch it because it's painful to them. And then when the mating season kicks in, the soft, spongy bone hardens behind the velvet, and they start rubbing the velvet off, and then they've got their antlers, the bony antlers. They fight with them, and then they drop them, and it's kind of crazy to see them drop them, and then they go rub their heads on things because it's nice and itchy over there.
Fun fact: male reindeer shed their antlers every November-ish, and then grow them back in February, like Connor was just saying.
Okay.
But you know what's between November and February?
Christmas.
Christmas. You know whose freaking reindeer have antlers while they're
magical
fly
reindeer, though.
The sleigh for Christmas.
Yeah.
Santa's reindeer, i.e.,
They're all female.
they're female.
They could be
Sleigh.
magical.
Why would you deny?
I think it's cool. That's cool.
Sleigh. So Santa's reindeer are female. Love to see it.
Did you believe in Santa Claus growing up?
Sure.
My dad used to get on the roof in the middle of the night and because like my room was very close, like it didn't have a attic above it. It was like just the roof.
That is so funny.
He would get on there and then he would take powdered sugar on the back porch because I used to leave goat grain out for the reindeer.
Yeah.
And he would cut out prints of reindeer prints and put powdered sugar.
That's so sweet.
To show it. I had the most magical Christmases, and I was told that there was no Santa. They had me fully believing. They went to extreme lengths. Believed in Santa till I was in my freshman year in high school. They let me go that long. Granted, I didn't really talk about it much, but I was devastated, and Christmas has never been the same for how magical it was. I was depressed for 3 years after that around Christmas. I used to sleep.
He blames his high school depression on finding out there's no Santa Claus. Is crazy. That's so funny.
So if I ever have kids, which is unlikely, but I would go crazy with Christmas and then make them depressed too.
Okay, that's crazy. I used to put out baby carrots instead of cookies for Santa, and I would be like, "Here's for your reindeer.
Yeah.
You don't need any more, buddy.
Oh,
but these are for your friends."
Not very nice.
Yeah. But his reindeer got carrots, and that was nice. But then my mom, I guess, had to go up and like take half bites of a bunch of baby carrots instead of cookies, which kind of blows. But she was also the one who let me do that. So
yeah,
what are you gonna do?
Did you ever bake cookies ever?
Yes, but not for Santa because he doesn't deserve them.
Wow.
Quiz time. Thank you.
Yep. I'm ready.
Okay.
Claire's ready.
Speaking of Santa flying through the sky, how many layers are in the Earth's atmosphere, and name 2 of them?
7.
No.
4?
No.
Wait. 5.
Yes.
Dang it.
Stratosphere.
Mesosphere.
Yeah.
Yep. That's 2 of them.
What are the other ones?
Thermosphere.
Didn't know that one.
Exosphere.
Knew that one.
And troposphere.
Didn't know that one. Do you know what a cumulonimbus cloud is?
Yes.
I love that word.
You know what a stratus cloud is?
Yeah.
Cool.
I love it. Clouds are great.
Well, that sucked. Thank you guys for listening to this episode. Merry Christmas. Have a good, safe Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
This is
I
the
hope
day
you
after
had a good Christmas.
It was a great Christmas. Okay.
Like and subscribe. Go find us on Patreon. We're going to watch movies.
Yeah.
We're going to go watch The Lion King on Patreon if you want a movie night. Check us out.
See you soon.
See you over there.
Bye.
Goodbye.